good afternoon. Welcome to my channel for anybody that might tune in. My name is Chris Wood. I am a 6-year police revenge, full brain injury, skull deform, body mutilation, kidnap, assault in a serious way, lies, time buying, cover ups, arrest refusals, false arrests, kidnapping, extortion, 100% provable full physical identity change has been done to me. August 6, 2019, on the corner of Bridge and Center Street in Napanee, Ontario, after me speaking of police crimes, ex-OPP chief or commander went by. He was driving a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. I was at a previous address. He waved at me. I waved back. And it was kind of weird because he's went by me many times and he's never waved at me. But he went by. He was driving a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved. I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him. They pointed something. They shot it. And it went into my right ear. It wasn't a bullet. It was something that went into my right ear. Whatever it was, it started to actually move through my head. Went from my ear to my occipital lobe. I was getting burning, electric shocking, and my skull was invasively split into sections. I have had serious lung and kidney damages done to me. I have had serious lies against me. I have had my medical rights, my legal rights, my human rights taken from me. Medical file falsifications for treatment refusals, discrimination, and blacklisting, assuring I get no medical help or proof to what was shot into me. Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, is guilty of first-degree premeditated attempted life-taking through the file falsifications for the medical blacklisting, treatment refusals, discrimination, assuring all crimes against me. She is the girlfriend to another involved, an AMHS worker. It is organized trafficking, sex slavery, human trafficking, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, drug trafficking, framing, and committing homicides is what is happening. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. Regardless of how crazy it may sound, I have 100% proof. I have proven the crimes to me, the full physical identity changes that have been done to me, forced upon me. I go through torture. I have a tube that goes, it's not there now, but I have a tube that bulges up in my throat that I never had before. It all happened to me after I was shot. It bulges up and it goes to the back of my neck, to a spot on the back of my head, where I then get urine and feces going through my midbrain, my central nervous system, my head and my face. I am also the end of my bloodline too. I am being seriously numbed down in hopes to forget about this. My, I have absolutely no feeling in the right side of my head or my face in any way, shape, or form from being injured, from being deformed, provably. I know everybody involved. This is revenge retaliation against me through the police by very serious, dangerous, low-life, drug addict, registered sex offender scumbags who are working with and for them and committing their crimes with and for them. Two are also guilty of criminally stalking my mother and causing her life to be taken December 20th, 2020. Blair Hardy, he is alleged OPP, Ontario Provincial Police Supervisor. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of welfare frauds. He is guilty of raping a woman in 2021, 45 Dundas Street East, Apartment 3, who is now deceased. Financial thefts and frauds, bank thefts and frauds. He attempted to collect welfare at my address and was not living there, no association with him in any way, shape, or form. And when I found out about it, I reported it. He is guilty of stalking, torturing, and having my mother's life taken with a guy known as Bill Woldridge, many alias names: Bill Woldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosable, James Bubbles, Stephen Maven, Robert Cross are some of his alias names. He thinks that he and I were switched at birth, believes that he is my dad, and was calling my mother mom. He is approximately 65 years old, bald glasses, lives on the corner of Bridge and Center Street in a duplex, or was behind a law office, pretty much right where I was shot by OPPX chief, and he was the one that was actually stalking children for OPP, for sex slavery. When he was not doing that, he was stalking me constantly and my mother. I would go out. Every time I would walk out my door, he was always constantly right there. I would walk down the street, he was right there. I would go downtown, he would always be right there, just like clockwork, every single time. They're also putting illegal prisoner tracking into their victims as well. No criminal record or history, no association with any police named prior to all crimes happening to me, and me speaking of crimes that have taken place. I'm having a hard time doing this. I feel like I've had a stroke. I've actually am having problems moving the right side of my body as well. Two people that are involved with this also are my family members, or well, not family, extended family members, cousins. Harry Hartwick and Dale Hartwick are both involved and both guilty of first-degree attempted homicide. Dale Hartwick personally told me of his involvement personally before he realized what he said and done. And his uncle Harry Hartwick is guilty of brain injuring me, being involved with my identity theft, torture, crimes, and it's 100% provable. He is approximately 85 years old, but still very dangerous and still very sadistic. He is also guilty of serious crimes on me as a child, too, in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Jason Van Alstyne, he is approximately 45 years old. He is a crackhead. He sells fentanyl for Ontario Provincial Police Drug Cop Robert Kane, 7224. He is guilty of criminal stalking, torture crimes against me, and he is guilty of being involved. He is guilty of identity theft with the intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance fraud, and first degree homicide. He is a stroke victim, but I can still 100% prove his guilt. Tyler T. Bag Lake. He is approximately 35 years old. He is guilty of torturing my dog and taking his life. He is the lover boyfriend to OPP drug cop Robert Kane. Guilty of arson attempts. Guilty of throwing blood on a previous address, him and another named Isaac. Guilty of stabbing threats. And guilty of being involved with my identity theft as well. I have pictures where and videos where I look just like this little punk. And once again, no relation. He is approximately 30, 35 years old. All of this started to happen to me after I was shot once again. I can prove 100% very serious deforming and crimes too and have. There is also a Raymond LeBlanc. He is guilty of torturing and taking my dog's life with Tyler Lake. He is guilty of criminal stalking, torture crimes against me, brain injury me, and attempted homicide. Bert Hustler, he is a crackhead, a meth head, and a pill head. He is a schizophrenic. He is in a permanent psychosis as well. He thinks that I am Maggie. He thinks that he used to play hockey in the NHL for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. He is guilty of brain injury me, torture crimes against me, and my identity theft, and all 100% provable once again. He is guilty of first degree premeditated unaliving of me with intent to commit. No matter what I have been able to show, no matter what I have been able to prove, I have had no rights. I have had serious threats. I was made homeless for an entire year through the police as well while I was being trafficked and monitored in Kingston, Ontario, being falsely charged through the hospital in an attempt to get away with the crimes that they have gotten away with against me to cover up their crimes, trying to turn this around and make it look like a psychological thing, and that has absolutely nothing to do with it. 100% criminal through the police, the doctors that are involved in covering it up to assure everyone gets away with it. Ex-chief or commander, once again, that had me shot. Staff Sergeant, years 2019-2021. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, a mental health worker that was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and she is the girlfriend to Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, the one that falsified my medical file for the discrimination and blacklisting. She actually showed up to a CAT scan appointment of mine, and I had no association with her. And after that CAT scan was done, after me being shot, that's when I was medically blacklisted, and I started getting treatment refusals from KGH twice through bullshit phone call lies against me, and also in Belleville as well, treatment refusals because of a falsified file. Being treated like a piece of shit, going to Napanee Hospital, being treated like a piece of shit, being locked in rooms, being belittled, name called, and I was getting up and walking out, and they were turning it around to try to make it look like I was there to cause problems and refusing their help, and that was not the case in any way, shape, or form. It was I was getting up and walking out because I was not going to be treated like a piece of shit. I was not going to be name called, and I was not being taken serious because of the falsified file against me. So everything was being taken as a fucking joke against me, trying to make it look like it was drugs or trying to make it look like it was alcohol. I do not do drugs, and I don't even drink. I am also the end of my bloodline as well too, and I now share DNA with each and every one of these pieces of shit scum who cannot be arrested without $22,000. I also have no vision in my right eye as well. I am getting piss going through my head as I am doing this. The back of my skull feels like it's starting to expand. There is others who are involved too who are guilty of very serious torture crimes and attempted homicide on me, obstructions, threats, intimidations, gag orders to assure that I cannot do anything, death threats against my wife, who we are not together any longer, and even my nephew as well, to assure that I don't try to say anything or get any help. It wouldn't do me any good anyway because I cannot get medical help. Damage is done. This is how OPP are trafficking, framing, and committing homicides. When people disappear, families are murdered and missing. It is possibly identity thefts, possibly serious brain injury, possibly a bunch of lies to have them locked up to keep them prevented from proving and showing what they've been through, possibly being trafficked and having their lives taken as somebody else, having identity thefts and frauds committed against them as well. Those are just possibilities. It's been done to me. Jason Van Alstyne. Here's another picture of him. Tyler Lake. Here's another picture, Tyler Lake. Alleged OPP supervisor Blair Hardy, Blair Kane. The guy bald glasses, that's Blair Hardy, Blair Kane, and the other one is known as the guy named Bill Wooldridge that has many alias names: Bill Wooldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosa, James Bubbles, Stephen Maven, which is the name of a wanted escapee, and Robert Cross are some of his names he's been using. They are the ones that are guilty of stalking, torturing, and causing my mother's death, December 20th, 2020. Raymond Bubbles LeBlanc, he lives behind Mamma Mia's. He's a criminal stalker. They're all drug traffickers, all registered sex offenders as well. He is guilty of first-degree attempted homicide against me. This is my cousin Dale Hartwick. And Jason Van Alstyne once again. One identity change that's been done to me. That was before I actually got the tree on my hand. But very serious, provable identity changes I have been through, and there's been nothing I've been able to do about it. Here's my skull. There's that tube in the back of my neck. Another very serious change done to me. This all started to happen to me after I was shot. Blair Hardy, Blair Kane, alleged OPP supervisor again. More serious skull deforming. Very serious provable identity changes done to me physically. While being called the delusional hallucinating retard through doctors. This is my other cousin, Harry Hartwick. Here's the tube that bulges up in my throat. This is Bert Hustler, the one that thinks that he played hockey in the NHL for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. These are all recent too of me. This is another identity change. Or even without my glasses. How many others has this been done to? How many has this been done to and gotten away with and covered up? This is also Dale Hartwick's boyfriend, Tony Hearns. Those are just a few of the changes I have been through and I can prove and have proven a lot more. My fingers right now are completely and totally numb when I am doing this, and I have absolutely no feel. My head caves in. I have a band around my head. Now my head is squared off, actually. What the fuck? Nobody can be arrested, nobody can be charged, and I know exactly who is involved, who is guilty. And by the way, to another person who I cannot mention, because if I do, my nephew and my wife's life will be taken, and I cannot have that happening. You've already caused enough deaths. So you're lucky with what you're getting away with, what you've gotten away with, and what you're going to continue to get away with. Life to the police means absolutely nothing. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. You are a commodity that they can lie about, they can buy, sell, and trade. including your life, and have it covered up. This is very, very serious when they are doing this to people. Ending bloodlines for it.